How many genders are there?
There are two genders, period. And that's the way it'll be in 100 years. 200 years, when they dig up bones, they're going to find two genders, male and female, period.
Is he allowed to say that legally?
All right, let's get into this.
How many genders are there, do you believe?
I believe there are two.
Scientifically, there's only two genders. How did we all get here? Because a male and a female had sex.
Disgusting!
There are two in reality. There are two. There is a male and female gender.
You're either born male or female. However,
no.
if you want to change what your sex is at birth, that's up to you. As long as you don't harm me, as long as you don't harm my family, I wish you all the happiness in the world.
How many genders would you say?
There's two. If a male wants to dress as a female, that's fine. I don't care. This is America. We're free. Do whatever you want. But you're still a man. I'm sorry. You're still a man.
There's two genders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your answer.
Yeah, that's going to be my answer.
If you want to identify as something else, more power to you. You're being who you want to be, but at the same time, we don't all need to sit here and have 45 different bathrooms.
How many genders would you say there are?
Two.
Two genders.
Two genders.
How many genders are there?
Ooh. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to play the no comment on that.
12 seconds later.
I'm all about free speech. I think. I'm not sure. These are troubling times.
I'm confused. I'm confused right now, G.
How many genders do you think there are?
Well, there are two.
I can't speak to what the number is through currently. I don't really look into that very much.
Kids should go to the bathrooms that the gender where they were born, not what they feel like being that day.
Anyone can be who they want to be. It has no.
They're not hurting anybody.
Right. Everyone can choose what the gender they want to be. He, she, his, their. You know, that's no one's business.
I don't think my kids, or at this point it would be my grandchildren, should have to share a restroom or a changing room with members of the opposite sex, whether they claim to be a boy or a girl.
The gender transitionals or whatever's going on there with younger kids, I think that should be made by an adult themselves, not as children, or push them in a direction that's maybe counterintuitive to their future.
So would you say there's an issue with kind of adults pushing children in that direction?
I think there is, and I wish that wasn't an issue we had to talk about.
If you believe that you want to be a female, that's your choice. That's your freedom to believe that. But to state that that's scientific fact is false, and you shouldn't be teaching that as truth in our schools.
We're not allowed to talk about religion in school. Why should we be allowed to talk about, we're not even allowed to talk about sex, guns, none of that. Why are we talking about gender and gender identity?
I will support any child who comes to me and feels whatever they feel, but I'm not going to label that child anything. I will love them and support them and help them grow no matter what they identify as, because, I mean, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, they're still, I mean, teenagers are still trying to figure it out. So why throw a label on it?
I don't think that we need to force this on these children.
Parents need to stand by their children and be more supportive and more disciplined of this gender ideology. We need to keep it at bay in the classroom.
Do you think parents deserve a seat at the table, the deciding table of what is taught in the classroom?
Absolutely.
Is definitely a must.
100%, I do.
Absolutely. Parents should have a deciding factor because parents know the most about their kids.
We've penalized parents in, school board meetings and PTA and stuff like that, and as we can see with what happened in Virginia, that's not going to fly with voters.
You need to know what is going on in the classroom. You can see what's coming, and it's pretty horrifying.
I think that we've been doing a really good job for the past 250 years, and I think that's why we're at, and I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel.
Let's go, Brandon.